CalmingEscape's hiking trails. What can I do for you today? Okay, you have an appointment? Sure. What's your name, hon? There you are. So it looks as if you have an appointment with me today, and we'll be going over some of our most popular trails, as well as some hiking, essentials. Is that correct? Okay. Wonderful. Are you new to hiking, or are you an avid hiker? Okay. Wonderful. Well, we work with all levels, beginner hikers to expert hikers. Okay. Well, to start off, I'd like to go ahead and go over some of our most popular hiking trails. I'll be able to show you a brief map of each one and go over some of the details. Yes. You'll be able to easily pick out one of the trails from our list. We do have a variety depending on what type of trail you are looking for. Okay, so I'll go ahead and grab my laptop and be able to show you those, and then afterwards we'll go over some of the hiking essentials, okay? Okay, let me grab that. Alright, so here you can see the screen. This is where I'm going to be showing you the different hikes, maps, and details about each one, okay? Alright, so CalmingEscape's trails and hikes. Alright, so first off, let's go ahead. Start with Crinkle Oven Trail. So here you can see the trail goes like this. And then you can go this way and loop, or this way and loop, and then you'll hike back down those switchbacks there. So let's find out some information about this trail. So Crinkle Oven Trail, hike this combination of switchbacks and loop. Witness not one but two waterfalls on this trail, and enjoy part of your hike alongside a small river. Okay. And now it says switchbacks, loops, two waterfalls, river views. It's a hike in and out trail, and it's about a 4-mile hike. Okay, moving along. Next up we have the Infinitely Trail. Alright, and you're gonna hike in, and then you can choose to loop this way or this way, whichever option you prefer for the Infinity Trail. Now, right here is going to be a special lookout. So let's learn some information. Infinitely Trail. Hike this infinity loop trail with a gorgeous rest area with lookouts to the surrounding mountains and valleys. So, once again, it is a hike in and out trail. It has the infinity loop, of course. That rest area is where it has wonderful different lookouts, so you can really see the whole area. And this is about a 2-mile hike. Okay, wonderful. Let's move along again. So this is the Jade Garden Trail. It's a pretty basic trail, as you can see. It's just one trail in, then you're going to be hiking the same one out. But it's this area right here that is really just spectacular for the Jade Garden Trail. So, hike in and out to this relaxing location, hiking along nature and resting at a large valley, fields, benches, amazing plants, and plenty of space to enjoy. As I said, this is a hike in and out trail. The valley rest area is really what people go to see on this trail. It's very pretty. This is a great location and great hike for families. Yes, that large open space offers plenty of room for children to play, but there's also so much room that you can kind of hide away in your own little corner. And this is about a 2-mile hike. Okay? Alright. Moving along, we have the Jelly Bean Green Trail. And you can kind of see the trail right there, and then it's going to lead up right here to a waterfall. So the details: Jelly Bean Green Trail. Hike in and out of this trail, hiking alongside nature and views before making your way to a double falls waterfall. As I said, it's a hike in and out, double waterfall, nature views, and about 4-mile hike. Yes, very beautiful with that double waterfall. Right? Then we have the Power of Sound Trail. Yes, so you can see up, around, and here. And for part of the trail, you're going to be following alongside some water, and as well as meeting up at a waterfall point. So, Power of Sound Trail. Hike this loop trail where you will see beautiful nature spots, hike alongside the creek for a portion of the trail, and make your way to a lovely waterfall. This is a loop trail, creek views, waterfall, and about a 3-mile hike. Okay. Next, we have the Queen of Serene Trail. You can see the option here kind of goes this way, and you can start the trail up like that or up like this. It's really up to you. As you can see, there is some water features on this trail as well. So let's look at those details. The Queen of Serene Trail. So, Queen of Serene Trail. Have the option of 2 different starting points for this trail. Loop around beside water and nature views before coming to a large waterfall and rest area. It is a hike in and out, features loops, river access, waterfall, and it is about a 2-mile hike. Okay, wonderful. Now we have the Whisper Audios Trail. Now you can see from this, you're going to be beside water for the entire journey. Some people really enjoy that. The sound of the water relaxes them. This is really a fantastic trail. And then you'll come up to this water spot here. So, Whisper Audios Trail. Hike in and out of this trail. Enjoy the river beside you for the entire hike before coming to a falls and a swimming area. Yes. It's a really easy access to the swimming area as well. Some of the falls, it's a little iffy if you want to swim in it, but this has a large swimming area that is easily gettable. So it is a hike in and out. Does feature that waterfall. Swimming access, of course. River side by side during this whole hike. And it is about a 2-mile hike. Okay. Wonderful. Now coming to our final trail, we have Yvet trails. So this is one of our larger trails, as you can see, and it actually has 2 references of water here. Exactly. So let's hear the details about Yvet's trail. Yvet trails. Enjoy the twists and turns on this trail. Along the way, enjoy not 1, but 2 separate waterfalls. This is a loop hike again to separate waterfalls. And it's about a 7-mile hike. So as I said, it's one of the larger ones, but some of the views and the 2 waterfalls are really worth the trip. Exactly. So let's just go back through. Switch through these. So the Crinkle Oven Trail, Infinitely Trail, Jade Garden Trail, Jelly Bean Green Trail, Power of Sound trail, Queen of Serene trail, Whisper Audio's trail, and Yvet trails. Yeah, those are our top trails at this moment. Just the ones that we've been showing some of our new hikers and avid hikers. Okay? Yes, and I can print off all of this information for you. You don't have to memorize it. No. Okay, wonderful. So now that we've seen some of the trails, let's go ahead and go over some of the essentials that we here at Calming Escape Trails and Hikes recommend you bring along on a trail to, enjoy your experience and also stay safe. So now that we've kind of showed you some of our most popular trails, we do like to share some hiking essentials that you should, carry with you just in case, or suggest some things that people can carry, especially if you're new to hiking. Okay? Alright, so I kind of have a go-to list here, and I'll be able to show you some of the items and other ones you should definitely just make note of. Okay. So, most important when you are hiking is going to be some sort of water bottle. You definitely want to stay hydrated in any sort of climate. Especially if it's hot outside, but even if it's a colder hike, you're going to still want to stay hydrated. Your body's going to be working out, you're going to be sweating, so you want to be able to re-nourish your body. Water or Gatorade, something like that. I usually just stick with water, but I make sure to bring enough for the entire trip. You don't want to get like halfway through your hike and then realize you're out of water. We do have a couple items just in case that does happen though, that we'll go over, okay? So, number one, bring some sort of water bottle. I personally have a couple different hydro flasks. If you haven't heard of them, they're kind of like a insulated water bottle. So if you put like ice water in it, it will stay ice cold throughout your entire hike. Sometimes I take two. One will have my ice water, and the other will have some coffee, because I like to get to the top of the mountain and sip some delicious warm coffee. Yes, it's one of my favorite things to do to treat myself. So, water. And if you don't want to take a water bottle or something like that, some people do go with something like this. This is a camelback. So you're going to kind of wear it, at least this one. They come in a couple different designs, but basically kind of wear it like a backpack, or some backpacks come with it built in. That's always helpful. And you fill this whole thing up with water. Definitely going to be extra for you. And then see this tube here? You pop this open here, and then you open it, and you're going to suck the water out of this tube. So for some hikers, they don't want to have to stop to drink water. You can really just grab this hose, exactly, and continue on your journey, or not have to stop and take your backpack off. Yes, you are going to be carrying a little bit more weight in the water, obviously, because this holds more than a standard water bottle. But if you think you want that extra water, it's always good to have. Yeah, you just need to take that into account for your hiking journey, that you will be carrying a little bit, something a little heavier. Yeah. So, and camelbacks come in, like I said, a variety of styles. Some of them are smaller, some of them are built in. I just like to show this option for, showing people that there's a variety of ways that you can stay hydrated on a trail, okay? For beginners, we usually just recommend, having a basic water bottle, or, one of those hydro flasks, something like that. But as you grow as a hiker, you might be interested in something like a camelback, or getting a backpack that has that built in. Okay. Wonderful. So, a couple other things I have to show you, and then we'll refer to the list. We do really encourage you to bring some sort of first aid, just in case. It's really better to be safe than sorry. So this is just a nice little first aid kit that has a majority of things, you know, bandages, disinfectant. I think this has bug spray in it, or ointment for bug bites, things like that. It's really important to have this. I mean, even if it's just a slight tumble and you like scrape your knee, it's always good to have the option to be able to clean up the scrape. And it can be a little bit better, especially if you're at the top of the mountain and you need to hike all the way back down. It can be nice to bandage something up. Okay, so we always recommend some form of first aid. You could put together your own little kit. A lot of places sell these first aid kits. Exactly. And some of them are more designed for hikers, so you could look into that. Okay. Alright. Another thing that we have here, just to recommend, is some sort of whistle or device. This is, once again, just in case something was to happen, if you were to wander off a trail, which we highly recommend you stick to the trails so you don't get lost, but just in case, this could be in handy if, searchers are needing to find you, or if you get apart from your group, you can use these whistles to locate each other. And this one is very nice. It has a compass on top here. I know that a lot of cell phones have compasses built into them, or little techie devices, but sometimes it's good to just have a basic compass. Cell phones can die. Technology is not always foolproof, so sometimes it's nice to just have a real compass, just in case, so that you can know exactly which way you're going, which direction. Okay? Okay. It's always good to have snacks as well. Granola bars, or if you want to make yourself a sandwich, whatever you want to bring along on your hike. It's also going to depend on how long that hike is. But just having some sort of nourishment during your hike. It is good to stop, and take a little breather, and, maybe, find a nice viewpoint, sit back, relax, have a little snack. So for longer hikes, I do recommend something kind of like this. So this is like a little meal. It's a mountain house meal, and there are so many different flavors and variety of these guys that are super easy to cook on the trail. Like, for example, this one is a breakfast skillet. So it's hash browns and scrambled eggs mixed with pork, sausage patties, peppers, and onions. So, I mean, it's like a nice little meal for on the trail. So this is, you're going to prepare it with hot water. So you can do this a variety of ways. Sometimes if you have one of those hydro flasks, as I said, since they're insulated, if you put hot water in it, it will last the length of your journey and be able to cook something like this. It's not always foolproof. Sometimes it's not exactly boiling water, so it won't be as hot, if that makes sense. But in those instances, you can do something like this. This is a jet boil, so it's kind of like this little baby water boiler that you can set up in like 2 minutes on the trail, and boil your water and be able to pour it into this bag. If you cook it right in here, or you can bring your own bowls, whatever you prefer. You definitely want the water to be boiled. I recommend one of these guys. As I said, they're very easy to use, and it's definitely going to guarantee that the water is hot enough for you to fully cook any of those meal preps that you have, so that they're not like too crunchy or anything. And then we just have like a combination of silverware attached to this jet boil here. Now, like I said, these meal ones tend to be for larger hikes, or if you get up really early and you maybe want to have lunch on the mountain. It's always good to plan ahead what you want to do for your hike. That way you know if you just need a snack or if you want to bring a full meal. It's really up to you. But it's always good to plan ahead and to know how long you're going to be gone, what type of trails you're doing. Yeah, we try to offer you as much information as we can about our trails and provide the maps, as I showed you, and some of the details about what you're going to see on those hikes. Okay? A couple of the things I want to go over that I personally tend to carry in my hiking backpack. Of course, they're optional, but I just like to share some of the ones that I like. Alright, so some sort of blanket is always good to carry. This is also for one of those emergency instances. And no, you don't have to bring like a huge comforter blanket or anything like that. They actually have little blankets that wrap up or roll up to a very tiny size. They're just made for emergencies to keep that heat in. So those are always good to have with you inside a hiking backpack. Let's see, matches are always good as well. Yeah, you could definitely do a lighter too. Just depends on your preference. I know that some people don't like matches because if they get wet, they can be rather useless, but there are a variety of waterproof matches that you can use on hikes, or as you said, you could just use a lighter. We went over the water bottle and hydro flask or camelback, depending on your preference. Just please bring some sort of hydration. It's very important to stay hydrated. If you work your body too much and you don't stay hydrated, you can get a little dizzy, and it's not good to do on trails, especially if there's rough terrain or any sort of drop-offs, okay? Very important. Let's see. For colder hikes, you can bring little hand warmers. You can get them like at the dollar store. They're very inexpensive and can just make a hiking trip a little bit easier or warmer. You can put them in your gloves if it's a colder trip, or your pockets, depending. Let's see. You can get purification tablets as well. Do you know what that is? So that was kind of how I mentioned, if you run out of water on top of the mountain, it can be a little worrisome, especially if you have to hike all the way back. So you can get purification tablets, and that's basically where you'd grab some of the water from the river you're by, or the stream, the waterfall, and you're going to use those tablets to cleanse the water, essentially. You could choose to boil it as well, with that jet boil. Just different options for different people. Okay. And we went over the snacks, the meals. You can have some sort of knife or something with you, or like a Swiss Army knife, something like that. That's really going to depend on the person, on what they prefer to carry, or... Okay. Maps can also be provided for our specific trails. Most trails have some sort of map at the trailheads, or you can look them up online and you're able to print the map off so that you have some sort of indication of where you are. And then, of course, you could use that compass that we talked about. Okay? And then, let's see. I think that's it. I mean, everyone's hiking pack is going to be a little bit different. If you have any life-threatening medicines that you should bring with you, you should definitely break them. Don't leave them in the car, because if you get to the top of the mountain and you need like an inhaler or some sort of EpiPen, you're gonna want to have those with you. So don't leave them in the car. Take them with you in your backpack, okay? Wonderful. So all of this information I'm going to go ahead and print off for you. That's the hiking trails and their details, as well as our list of suggested items to bring with you on a hike, or options. And if you have any sort of questions or comments, you can feel free to contact us on social media or on our website. Alright, wonderful. Well, it was very nice to meet you today, and I hope you enjoy whichever hike you decide to go on. Have a lovely day. Bye.